I am from small town Oklahoma. Grew up there, had a great childhood actually, kind of raised in the church pews. My father wasn't in the picture, so my mom, my two brothers, and I lived with my grandparents, and I really wouldn't have it any other way. About middle school, a fatherly figure from the community would come into my life and began to pay attention and actually say that he wanted to love me like a father. It was on one of our outings where his badge and gun was in view that I would find out it wasn't fatherly love at all. That would be the night he would molest me, and that would be the first of many nights that would happen. Actually, until I kind of just began to develop the courage to pull away from that environment. Those unfortunate events would probably push me to a place of self-destruction, honestly trying to prove I was something else. And I would begin a lifestyle of sexual abuse myself, in the sense that I did not have very many rules. I would also begin to abuse alcohol at this time in my life. A pretty low point, but that all would come to a halt when I would encounter Jesus in kind of a way that he would just deliver me from that life and from the alcohol. But somewhere along the way, I began to lose my way, and alcohol crept its way back into my life. I allowed it to, and I would begin a secret struggle now at this point that would last a few years. That second struggle with alcohol would come to a halt too, only this time it wasn't God. It was a police officer and a DWI arrest. We found our way during that time to Freedom Church, and the truth is I didn't really want to be here, but I kept coming back, and something incredible happened. Freedom kept coming to me, and over the course of the last 2 years, I began to experience God's forgiveness, and I began to feel the shame and the guilt and the sin and the heaviness lifted. There were moments where the regrets from the past really crept up, and those scars that are there really weighed on me. But every day I find myself getting a little better from that. I'm actually to the point now where I embrace those scars. And I know I wouldn't be here were it not for my wife, who carried me when I couldn't walk, for my kids who loved me when I didn't deserve it, for this church, the staff members here who believed in me, and most of all, for a God who wouldn't allow me to stay where I was, who wouldn't allow me to stay broken, and who now uses those scars to help other people. I'm Kelly Roberts. These are my scars.